Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gupta, as the realm has really expanded big time, even though I've kind of said that the last few times in past episodes, but we do mean expanded big as we took control of Maharashtra and Telangana. Soon our next target will be Karnataka, or alternatively go after the Abbasid Empire. But it's that the latter will be the likely option because, well, the threat level is up, so there is defense pacts against us, and it's all because of that infamy that one of these notorious vassals have made it so. Even though it will take 88 months to decay it down to 0, so defense pacts will go away, which is fine by me. Which means at least they'll give me more time to hopefully get another child, preferably a son. I really want a son, so I can inherit everything. I mean, I could care less if the title of the Kingdom of Bengal goes to somebody else. It's just whatever it takes, man. And get well soon, hopefully. And I am not switching another focus till I have a son. I'm trying to think. Think! Okay. Now I remember. Also, later this year, we will have absolute rule once again. That's only if the council approves the abolishment of the council power, which will go back to absolute rule, which of course loses the ability to have a spouse in parliament. And I know it's kind of far away from getting to imperial administration. Oh, there are many supporters for this. Well, we should do that simultaneously. Even though we're kind of far away from all of this. But there are ways. There are ways. But for now, you got all this money. Even though we don't have much in the way of the main troops. But there are ways. Yeah, all castle walls, so we can get training grounds. Training grounds is for a faster levy reinforcement rate. As great as our military is, it's just there's not enough of them to keep up with the growth of the empire. There's training grounds here. Get one. And that's all I could do for it. And plus, I gave that man the Thikana of Banu, as he has a strong claim to Karnataka, but however, they are a member of the defense pact against him, meaning if you do that, everybody will gang up on you. But you don't want to do that, so I guess we'll have to fight against the Abbasids soon for more of the Punjab, but the likely target will be Multan, part of the Punjab region. So it'll do for a time. While we'll train the troops to have a levy reinforcement rate in Magadha come up faster. So for now, just rest a while Many of them are leaving the defensive pact, but some will join back. In fact, how many are there now? Oh, that just opens the doors for them. Oh, you are a graduate of the academy. Oh, congratulations. I will gladly attend. Sure. So I guess the defensive pack went away. Some will join back, but there'll be others. Oh no, they could deal with that. That's under their jurisdiction, so they will take care of that peasant revolt for us. Ow. The festivities had to end because you've declared war. But you are crowned, but the festivities will continue on. Well, that was a waste of time for me being down there. You want it, you got it. But you got 4 loyalists, so just wait a couple of months and you'll get what you want. Blast. Guess we'll keep that crown focus over there because that damned peasant revolt. Or is the peasant revolt preventing me from being the... Well, we were both at Warrens. Certainly, so it's fine. Nope, Karnataka joined back the defense pact. Which means you gotta wait a while. Got any prestige? Secluded meditation. Eh! It started right here in Magadha. Well, I can't go meditate right now. I must shut the gates. Blast. Oh, okay, I can do both. Very well then. Can't believe it started here. We have a very good hospital. But to be fair, the economy's been booming, which gives it less disease resistance, so... That's because Magadha is a major population center. And when you have that, it increases the chance of diseases to start here. Since that will delay our plans for a future war against anyone, might as well invest a little more in the hospital for disease resistance. But thank you very much. Oh, the man from Gaia finally passed. Natural. Poor physique. Well, you are frail, so he lived up to the age of 70. And he's killed 4 people. One was a murder. And then, the rest of them were burned at the stake. Farewell, my friend. Even though you may be a terrible person, but you are a good servant to the nation. And that's something that every country should need. A good public servant. Nobody should play spoil sport in that realm. Yeah, I can't be there for obvious reasons. So while, you know, we're all secluded in the castle here, but I'm going to a special room, you know, meditating room. So everybody must be, to tell them to leave me alone. While instability will continue to occur. Who are you exactly? Just a courtier. Get out. What do you say about abolishing? There's fine. You got it. We're back to absolute rule. That means if we wish to, we could hold more land to ourselves. The Emirate of Lahore, just held by this one. You know, its whole lord is, you know. Oh, he can't usurp Punjab now. Cannot usurp so primary title of a ruler of another religion who still holds on. That means we have to take all of this entirely. Vishnu still shows me the light and shows me the way. It's for the votes. When the voting is concluded, then we got it. And now, there will be internal king's peace, which gives you the enables the law of imperial administration. So yes, now these vassals are now more than likely to turn on me. Majesty level is ever greater. All you need is prestige, and then the majesty level to be up, which of course we're nowhere near that. But there are ways to get much more of those. And we need a physician because we ain't got one. You then. Yeah, do help. Send you distributor gold and silver. Thank you all. I'm bent over the Mahabharata trying to make sense of a especially cryptic passage. When a faint tap at the door breaks my concentration, I call for my visitor to enter. To my surprise, little Venus' pale face peeks through the opening. Mother, why are you hiding? I miss you. Yeah, I didn't think of... What did you do? You're only 4 years old, and you've already annoyed the religious authorities. But I would say, come here, we shall read the Mahabharata. Maybe you'll learn something. Veena listened attentively as I read from the Mahabharata. After I was done, she had many questions, which we discussed early. While Veena is still too young to grasp the finer nuances, I do think she learned something important. Helping my daughter is truly rewarding. Proud of you, my daughter. There's a small chance she could pick up Shrewd, but she'll pick up Idolizer. There you have it. And due to that, made myself kind just for that lesson. Look, the most virtuous woman in the world. As much as people didn't like it, for these law changes, calling me a coward, a known murderer, which I honestly wouldn't apologize for that because it was against our enemy, not against a Hindu. But the meditation's already complete. Thank you. And I will be honest, if I choose to. At least I'm not chase-minded. I try to get a good night's sleep, tormented by the recurring nightmares of our people. The police for help and the hurtful words begin to get me. I just want to survive this. Used to be brave long ago, but those days are gone now. Thickness and Vega Chalukya Raj. There's something else that can help. Colorful rain and mudgagiri, which helps a little bit of that disease resistance. Ah, here it is. Library. Add a little bit of culture technology points. In fact, what we need is to build more hospitals and all of the domain that I have personal control. We can make a lot of money, and then we'll spend that money to build more hospitals so diseases like this one, the slow fever, though localized, won't cause too much damage, and subsequently can get more libraries to have more cultural tech points to get us to this faster. Don't have the diplomacy right now, but I can tell you what I am. I'm pregnant. One of my older servants told me interesting advice pertaining to the oral hygiene that he heard from some learned man. Apparently it seems one should not only cleanse one's teeth, but one's tongue as well. After all, disgusting things accumulate on the tongue as well. So why not should give it as much focus as we do our teeth? Excellent advice, thank you. Even though there's a 33% chance that I would gain some health. But remember, when I had that difficult pregnancy, I lost that some of that health permanently, which is basically the way of saying it took a few years off of that character's life. I may never know I could gain a few years of my life back. After finishing a hearty breakfast, I belched contentedly and remarked upon my foresightedness in ensuring Magadha's ladders were well stocked. However, as soon as words leave the lips, I noticed a suddenly panicked look on my steward's face. My Samrajni, you just ate the very last pickled boar's head. Almost all of the other fruit stocks are nearing exhaustion. Furthermore, my servant drones on. What? I'm too aghast to listen. No more pickled boar heads? Well, I mean, I practice temperance. It ain't good. I've searched for Magadha from top to bottom and I've come to realize that there are really no more pickled boar's heads. Not only that, but all the other food stocks are nearing exhaustion. My servant really should have mentioned that. Honestly, knowing her diplomatic nature, she says, I'll convince you they don't need food, even though that's kind of slightly alienating, but this is the same. But I think a wise ruler would just say, I'll implement a system of rationing, and they'll understand better. Damn it! Magadha's racks. I've managed to find my meager remaining supplies, eating what much remain. With food supplies dwindling, it's brought my attention that the basements of Magadha contain a large number of rats, which we knew that there's rats around. Which could be caught and eaten. Well, screw it. We eat rats tonight. As if I abolished the power of the council completely, my husband is no longer supporting me in the matters of rulership. He's cleared up, said about this matter. I'm sorry, but this is for the future of the Empire. Promising young student. Doctor of Philosophy. Come on in. Even though you're not secluded with us. Yeah, just put him there. Even though I've never been tutored. Don't really need to, honestly. I would hope that I would have a son. Just one son that I can truly raise. And all that. Which again, I do not plan on retiring like my predecessors. Son of Close sends a run and check on his food supplies, red storage room. It's time to see him. Oh yeah, you're the guy who's... Yeah, you're one of our good commanders. But... you greedy bastard. Even though you're a talented commander, but I'll just say, how could you do this? How could you? Shaking my head. Final months. Baby's coming soon. How much money do we make? There you go. Be willing to spend a little. Good to see Nagara prospers. Is this a good time now? I'm in the final months of my pregnancy and I'm feeling fatigued. Told me to eat plenty of spicy food to remedy my fatigue. Apparently that gets me going again. Finally, a son. A healthy son. Good. But knowing that we are an ever-expanding empire and knowing that the future Samrat in him, I think... Where's the Narayan part? Yeah, keep the Narayan. How do you... Yeah, I know what to call him exactly. I mean, suffix is Narayan. It will be Rudra Narayan. Roaring Vishnu is what it means literally in that language. Hopefully he will be my pride and joy. Is Rajkumar Rudra Narayan. Is of the utmost importance. Now I don't need to have that family focus anymore. Unless you're going to be the kind of person who wants to have 2 more children, and the court faction would be improved. I doubt that there's time since I'm 40 years old. But the court faction right now is hostile. Because some people didn't like it because of angry over reforms and all that. And you also a zealous Buddhist, which doesn't help it either. Think! Oh, anyways. Win a holy war, yeah, I can see that. Knowing who we're up against these days. I don't plan on assassinating him. Just wait a while. Gout. A gads. As long as you know what you're doing. A gout is uncurable, but you just got to make do. So, pull the leech and place it on the face. Hey, the gout's on the foot, not my face. At least it's not slow fever. Okay, so put this in perspective. 50 here, plus 1. And our child, that's another plus 1 in health. Although I am very healthy at this point. I mean, I can live. Oh, and by the way, mild illness, so isn't as bad as expected to be. It doesn't hurt the fertility, does it? No, it does not. But it does hurt your combat skills, so going out of the front lines is not recommended anymore, especially if I become craven. Not as brave as I used to be. I'm sure one day I'll find my courage again. Guess you were a tutor back in your day. But you're a doctor of philosophy. So there, we got your 2 tutors. Let's say that way. What's your education? Stewardship. Ah. I know what I'm gonna do with you. You know what? I'm glad we've been waiting. But that disease has not blown over yet. Oh my goodness. What a good looking man, but why on earth would I want to do that? The man is celibate. He also has chest pains. Let's just be friends. Oh, there goes my acquaintance. That's the one. And well, the mother's still alive after all this time. Oh, a peasant in Katsinagar got lost while trekking near the wilderness. She claimed across a flat, vertical stone surface where the ancient rulers of the region carved various images and inscriptions. After she reported this to the local authorities, I sent people to investigate, and it appears to be that this stone was the last remnants of an opposing ancient monument. The stone can't be reused, so it must stand where it is, perhaps for all eternity. Send a few antiquarians to study it. Maybe it's one of those old Ashoka pillars of the edicts that he made long ago. It could be. I mean, it's been a while since I've read stuff about the Mauryan Empire and all that. Since these days I'm into, as far as Indian history is concerned, I'm a bit more into the Delhi Sultanate and Mughal Empire part of history now because of the relevance of EU4. I'm giving the patronage, so the glory facts will be neutral. The servant asks if I want some mustard seed with my meal. I don't think it really matters, just I mean, me personally, in real life, I never tasted mustard, but I assume she would like it. I mean, it's probably whatever to her, so she'll say, good idea. Yeah, I'm a weird guy. When did this disease start? 3 years ago. It should go away now. Putting you down. He knows all things. Oh, getting sick too. Guess that disease got to it. Or it could be something else. But hey, at least we were getting rid of the Imperial Decay. Also, I just remembered. Yes, the Gupta is taking over. One of the lisp. What the heck? May not be the most attractive I've ever laid my eyes on, but he is here, and the whole situation has grown increasingly boring. No kidding. Consider my options may not be the best on this. That's my steward. He's an old man, but he's tall and smart. No, not quite smart. All I can say is, what does he think of me? Also, if my son ever gets a lisp and that's due to because of him, so be it. He'll have a way out of this. There were many great men back in the day that had a lisp. Just making sure what religion he is. But hey, I'm getting close to being past childbearing age, so I don't think I would ask him to do that. Just to have another child, another son or another daughter out of that. Don't think that'll be wise. That would be the dumbest thing you have ever done. But hey, this is the same ruler who married her cousin. You know what, just out of pure boredom, he'll be mine. I was not very impressed with my advances at tonight's sleep alone. It was worth a shot. I guess I'm not good enough for you. Speaking of good, open the gates. New domain overseer. You're good, but you're too old. You are very, very well experienced, but you're stressed. The Chetty Kingdom is oh dear, a lunatic. But she's pretty good all around, so never thought I would say this, but one of the best men at the court. It's Bhairav Singh of the Chetty Kingdom. He's the new domain overseer. And people say, but he's dour, he's shy, and he's a lunatic. I think it would be proper because, remember, the vassals have turned against me because of these reforms. But once this country is back together, just give it a couple of months and there's a great trade war. A blatant tax invasion of these brigands knows no bounds. Ever since these peasants banded together to rob us of our rightful earnings, they've grown bolder every day. All feudal lords have agreed to an alliance in order to take control of our economy again. However, using armies will not be sufficient to root out every rat on this ship. We shall use what is left of our economy alongside our connections and organizations. They shall know why we are the rightful rulers of the world. What have they been doing lately? Oh my goodness! They've been doing a lot of successful missions and many good trades. Especially the good trades. You got a lot to afford, so we will take back what is ours. The great trade war begins, and I want part of it. So, Feudal Lords Alliance controls 53% of the markets, while Great Trade League controls... If we get an overwhelming majority control, it would mean that we will have a lot of earnings for us feudal rulers. And since I'm not a member of the Trade League, so... Oh yeah, I remember you. You'll be a marshal, you know. I don't think you really contributed much to the military. So lessons learned. We gotta invest more in these hospitals. I mean, look at Gaia down there. Lost them. Just only the areas where you control the domain. That's just for starters. And we'll be sure in the future, if we earn a lot of money, spend it on these sick houses, and then you'll have your libraries. I mean, libraries. Do not forget about starting a war against them soon. Lightning really struck close to me, but thankfully nothing happened. I was really lucky. What was Indra doing? You know, in the Hindu pantheon, so to speak, Indra is the god of thunder or storms or whatever. I mean, as much as I know my knowledge on the deities of Hinduism, I don't think I ever read much on Indra compared to some of the others. Like, say, Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva, Shakti, and a few others. Ganga also comes to mind. One would think maybe being craven makes me paranoid about lightning strikes. I know me in real life, I don't want to get struck by lightning. I know some of you people don't ever want to get struck by lightning. Glad for your patience. Because I'm here to attend this ceremony just to show that, yes, you'll be crowned Maharaj, but let it be known that the kingdom of Telangana will become the Gupta kingdom of the south within the empire. Even though I told him that vassals will not be fighting each other anymore. except for outside the realm. Keep that well in mind. You got your diplomacy back. But the thing is, I lack learning. Fortunately, we have a retinue stationed over there. I could kiss him for that. That reminds me. Last chance to make him my lover. Just to have at least one more child of him. Once I turn 45, I should take a vow of celibacy because, well, that's due to the fact of, you know, your childbearing age and the fertility goes away. So why not be celibate for the rest of your elderly life? I received the local peasant leaders of Magadha to proceed to expose the stability situation there. All in honest detail, I will not try to hide my feelings or refrain from talking about my less palatable decisions for the provincial issues. The meeting proceeds. I am what I am, so because I'm honest, there's a chance the meeting include the event the text with the local leaders runs particularly bad. A high diplomacy helps me in avoiding its bad consequences, which seems very likely. The mage. Is this related to Diwali? I don't recall seeing this event. If I do remember, then that's just me not remembering. So there is a murmur among my guests of the feast. Yep, it's during Diwali. As the mage enters to entertain me. With great flourish, he explains that the coming show will astound even the most cynical spectator. He proceeds to put a small boy into a basket on the floor, whereafter he swiftly chops the basket into little pieces with the sword. When he removes the shred of the basket, there is no sign of the boy. No blood, nothing. Amazing. Entertain. Only because we need a bit of that diplomacy in general opinion. Never my lover, but oh well. I'll be generally surprised to have one more child out of this and then take a vow of celibacy. Why not? Gotta keep it above 2,000 prestige if you need something. The Abbasids are there. Well, who's running this Mickey Mouse operation? It's a term that I rarely use. The Nazimid. Oh boy. Well, he's the new caliph. It's no longer the Abbasid Caliphate. Let me take a drink. Disagreements. I could not have failed to notice the meeting with the local leaders of Magadha was far from success. I pressed the issues I didn't agree with, forcing my decisions upon their throats. The points we agreed were barely touched, as everything revolved around about our decision. A pity. Well, it was bound to happen sometime. We still have our domain overseer, correct? figure we have this amount of money. Gonna ask his spouse for assistance. My husband, Kamal Narayan, is truly talented of his own. Without a realm of his own, however, these talents are wasted. Perhaps can make good use of them. I do need help with keeping my records. Ask my husband to assist me with bookkeeping and administration. Yeah, it's really going away now. My husband, Kamal Narayan, has accepted my order to help improve the realm's economic affairs. He appears somewhat displeased by his order. It's not a small task I'll place on after. My orders still stand. Whether or not he likes it. Just a few more additional things, just to get it out of you. See? Priests from local Hindu temple approach me asking me for donations. They need to expand the temple with a new building in order to accommodate a growing number of worshippers. I will help you, and I'll make sure you put in a large Ganga statue. The Alliance's stewards are attacking the League's efforts. They estimate that 39% of the markets are under their control, while we secured 61%. We must keep the pressure and not let them take over the majority of them. The time is on our side. Good to know. You'll be one of intrigue. You are very good at that. Yeah. Devotion. Oh, I can use devotion. Why the heck not? Because I'm not using them. How much devotion should we use? Large contribution. Where are we at this point? Oh yeah. We're definitely going to win that trade war. My husband was found by his chambermaids in his study again last night, sleeping using a thick book as a pillow and a burnt down candle at his desk. His haggard appearance tells a story of many a sleepless night poring over records and letters. Perhaps he's struggling to keep up with the work I have placed on him. I'm confident that he'll handle this work. My spell struggles on despite his stress. Oh, privileges. You're in a revolt, so no. You might lose it. This is likely going to be the last child. And if it's another son, well, good. If it's another daughter, oh well. And I gotta start appealing to that court faction. Glory faction, I should say. What do you need? Hey, you walk around naked around here. What else do you want from me? Money? I can give you money and a honorary title. You'll be a poet. And plus you're loony. Stressed and depressed. Hope you get better. And you should also look at the other members too. One day you will be the Maharaja of the Punjab. Also, who's that? Hellenic Irish. That's totally random. One Eye, they call him. Just like that cat that lives in my backyard, which I simply call that gray cat One Eye because he's missing an eye. Doesn't seem to bother, but however, he does have a habit of him meowing at me every time I touch it the first time. When he's unnoticed, he'll go meow, And then when I start to pet it, then he goes meow, and then he gets quiet when I you know, pet him. Wait a minute, no, wrong option. That's over here. It's none of my business to be patrolling, child. Again with you. You're back to being stressed again. But the baby's coming. Then you could stop using that family focus and switch to scholarship. Because I need those tech points. Go for that one, because don't think much of you. Just another daughter. Bhagavati. That's it, no more. Go for scholarship. Ah, here it is. Should be marked as important decision. But don't take a vow of celibacy right now. Just wait till you reach 45 or so. If you remember, that is. No, but Maharaj Vandra. But I'll accept it. And thank you for the money. What the hell is... The claim unused. Hey, take advantage of this, quick. Start quickly. I try to bring everybody en masse. Oh, you're the new siege master. Good. Somebody just for you. To make things done fast. So all we need to do is just take the objective, defeat their armies, and do it quickly. Nope, war's over. False alarm. We'll start for real next time. Also, I forgot to raise the militaries, but it didn't matter. Oh, because there's another revolt. In fact, it's been now. Right then. Get off. There. So, Moton is the big one. And with them dealing with their rebellion, we can take advantage of this situation here. What is this? A nomadic cognate has taken over the lands here. Now they're under their protection. You see. And a conqueror is at it again. Now the Sogdians will serve under them. How much is it to create the Rajasthan? Not as much as the Deccan, but it's a start. Boy, they're quite separated. Let me see. No big claims. But I could tell you this, that that it would be wise to your ambition is that you want to win a holy war, well, you're gonna get it. Head to there and we will meet you as fast as we can. You're in the council now. And whoever joins will beat them too. Just use your numbers. And use them well. Was that my mother? No, mother-in-law. I'll just start to come back. We'll use more devotion. You're not using them. Good. Rashtrakuta Kilimam Delhi and son of a beeswax! All the Abbasids are back in town. But hey, at least you got rid of their garrison, so you've done well. Okay, the observatory is finally ready and is with great anticipation. I make preparations for my first observations. Wonder what strange things I'll discover. Right. We'll try this again one more time. Get Multan. But at least it'll be quicker to take since we just took this down. And it's going to take a while to get the rest. But not about great effort. Day after day, night after night, I cannot help but notice that my husband appears to be fighting the burdens of like too much animal. Constantly wakes up at night with cold sweat or weeps inconsiderably while he thinks nobody is watching. I feel that I need help. Need to help someone. I also could use some soothing words. A session of grooming for my husband before bed while speaking at length about his poems has borne fruit. After voicing his poems last night, appears to be much happier now. Excellent. Of the Syriac Orthodox Church, even though you're a Muslim, but all Sunnis. Hang on. Maybe perhaps at some point during their life they were originally Christian before he was probably forced to convert. And that name doesn't mean much. No, they're all Sunni Levantines. It's gonna take a while to get everybody over here. Is that the same old slow fever? No, it's a new one. 11% epidemic resistance. Well, it could definitely come here again. Market crash. Brahma saw it fit to put these mongrels back in their holes. Now that their pathetic meddling league, that's what we called them, is but a former shadow of what was once. They will no longer be able to manipulate the markets of our realms. We will once again receive everything we are entitled to. Our stewards believe that it will take decades for them to recover, and they will no longer be able to pose a threat to our income, and if they ever come back, we will be ready. Time to collect our dues of interest. Get control of the market. So, big gain. Especially the domain tax and then prestige. We'll invest that money on these hospitals. Yadava Kingdom. It's them. You're not the one that started, but you are intervening in a separate conflict. I gotta borrow my treasure. Oh, the foreign woman died. I don't know what you want me to do with that bow, since I have a much better weapon. Tell you what, as you are growing up, and I know you're not old enough to use a weapon, but if I'm still going to be around, and if you happen to be, well, here's your weapon. I could give you the old silver hilted, but it's a quality 1. This quality 2, so here you go. A weapon for you when you grow up. I should also... No. You already get... You already knew what you meant. Till you're old enough, use that bow well. When you said foreign woman, you mean a Marathi. She was a Marathi. She wasn't from another country, like Prussia. Nephew's gained novice fighter. Heir to the kingdom. Hey, wait a minute. It's the Caliph himself. Although maybe a little fast for us, but change course. Whoever's got organizer, go catch them. Pack's the only out of us. Awful risky, but think about it. If we catch the Caliph himself, we will have him. If we have him captured, we win. Highly suspicious convicted apostate, known demon worshiper. Oh yeah, burn him. Catch him if you can. But you didn't. Hey, get out of there. I like how I took this prisoner, and yet I'm still educating him in the ways, because I'm a guardian to that. Oh, here comes that bastard. I've spent many nights looking at the stars in my observatory. It's truly fascinating. There are so many questions to ask. Is there something strange out there? It's the one that'll lead you to the cultural checkpoints. Hey, what about that disease? It hasn't come to Magadha yet. I was about to say, is somebody getting sick? Because I have not shut the gates. Because I'm pretty paranoid about that. Because I have to watch both areas. Move to here. Come on, get a move on. really make an admin stress the heck, but no need for that. You can have it. Brand new book. We've yet to see opposing forces against us. Link up with them. You got it. Lisp. Yeah, I figured. Good chance all the children will get lisp, but it's a risk that we were willing to take. Many more are joining, but you don't scare me. Actually, we should deal with them soon. You know, Kuto, that their murderous swords are always a danger. They're difference makers. Anyways, my husband's brought several letters from prominent merchants in Rome. They propose establishment of a major trade of passing through one of my provinces, which would bring much wealth. All that requires my blessing and some gold to pave the route. Well, make it so. Trade route. And got some money back. Just assault this one more holding and then let's meet the enemy. Gotta take care of that piece of business. Seven stars at night have begun to sense some irregular movements. I also noticed some stars seem to appear and disappear at odd times. I need to study this more. That star there disappears when I look directly at it. Now I've become paranoid. But the real question is, how paranoid? Hold your position. Goodness shall prevail because I'm a kind-hearted person. Just turned 45. And I'm gonna let you go wherever you want because, well, you've been through a lot of stress. And you got a pet owl too. So you're free to go, my darling. Really don't care what you do because we're in the middle of a war here. We can cross through here. Let's move up a bit. We can get them together. You are a known demon worshipper for this. Uh-oh. Okay. Even though I'm a direct leader and I may be craven, paranoid and all that, bring out the very best commanders that you know of. They'll be taking a river crossing penalty. Lahore is open plains. Not the best ensemble cast of commanders. But we know he's there. Oh, actually he's over there. But you get the idea. But that's the vast majority of their forces. I don't know why he's taking command there. Even though I'm craven, but however, we need to have that morale of armies up. Since this is a defense that we can handle here. As yet there's no sign of Abbasid forces. Winning a battle here, even if it's from one of their allies, would make a bit of a difference in the war score. But if I fall in battle due to me being craven and gouty, then so be it. What happened? Hey. Would you mind letting my half-sister go? Huh? Very well. Let's see what happens. Three, two, one. Okay, the battle will begin on June 9th. The army will arrive there by June 13th, just a few days during the initial skirmish phase. This army here, it's got pretty good size, but since you're the best commander all over, I'm going to give you a sub-commander if there's any room for it. I mean, not the retinue, but we're looking. These are all liege levies. Oh, you're actually one of the sub-commanders as well, but I'm just putting you over there. We don't have much in the way of war elephants, but this sort of large army will do. Even though we have a bit more pikemen, whereas there's a lot more infantry, cavalry, and war elephants that'll be coming to that way. Just hold your ground. That's all you need to do. Bogavati happened to be a monster. Have to get rid of it before it conceives children. Such an ugly dwarf. I mean, I know you're not a dwarf, but maybe it's just bad luck on her part. Were one of your grandparents a dwarf? No? Then it happens sometimes. The battle is about to begin. Thank you. The conqueror himself is not there, but now we got him. War score jumped up big time. That got him. Head that way. Here comes another one of their allies. Should have a look at those. At least you didn't get a list. Nor you are a dwarf. This is why the firstborns usually win. But since I have the first, son this time along. The research I conduct in my observatory now is proving deeply fascinating. I could push my studies further, but I would need to purchase more equipment for it to be meaningful. I must move forward. Pouch of spices. I really gotta spend some money. Well, definitely a bunch of sick houses. Many sick houses. Also, war scores at 100%, but give me a moment. Just want to take down this one more holding. Get one more person out of it. And then we're gonna start ransoming everybody. Climb them all in irons, because it's about damn time. I know it's a bit much. So if we can't get you in, then we'll get it one by one. Don't worry, I'll get all this land. It's gonna belong to you. So, here you have it. I know it might be over the limit, but well, that's your okay. Once we create a new Raj, I'll definitely give it to you, so it'll be easier for you to manage all these things. There you go. Quite honestly, I could have given it to you, but that city still belongs to them. They have some control. Nope, not anymore. Okay, never mind. Just have to wait a day to register it. So there. Gandhar will be the next big target. For the next big war against them. But you did win a holy war, but that doesn't count. Then what's the point? But you definitely need a groom there. Knowing that I'll still be around long enough, despite the gout. Cavalry leader for some of my commanders, sure. And I'll owe him a favor. What else, what else, what else? Well, since he's not going to be around anymore, I guess I'll take the vow of celibacy now. Which is just for karma gain. Plus it'll look good on the devotion. Unless there's something else. Italian. How about that? Sick houses for everyone. If you want to have a library, get a sick house. That's good. Now you'll respect the Samrajni, because at least she cares the well-being of her people. If she can afford it, which she can. And donate to charity. Yeah. Nearly spent all the treasury, and now it's time to ransom everybody. Promotan. On him, even though he has nothing to do with anything. Should I be concerned about that? Oh, it's time for my treatment. And you could banish the rest, even though they can't get money out of them. Alrighty. Successful treatment again. Intricacies of managing the realm, and I did get it because I just saw the domain size picked up a bit. You are already stressed, man. Just give up already. When is your birthday? Oh, later this December. And you know religious stories already, you little brat. But still, sure you'll be better educated. That's the reason why I'm in this society in the first place. For a time now, my mind sometimes delves into the same matters, the most circumstantial details, forces me to take conclusions, and I feel baffled how some things, someone's out to get me, to have hidden purposes, or to follow convoluted agendas, and I feel a bit lost. It is what it is. Now I have a bit of a mild paranoia, because, you know, as long as that paranoid trait is there, I'm going to be having a bit of a mental breakdown eventually. After so long, my Commandant finally arrived from his long journey, and with him, a talented friend from faraway lands brought the court to stay with us. A steward named Tibor. 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 A German. A Catholic German. He'll be a loyal servant for 5 years before he starts to not respect me as much. But hey, since you belong to that Christian church of his, I'm sure you'll respect me a bit more. Are you the only one with that dynasty? Barzini. You know, that doesn't sound like a German last name. Based on the way he looks. I think he looks more Hungarian than German. But even though he has no background, but he could be an excellent steward. Yeah. Here you go. Now you're the new steward. Because we need a lot of money for this. Raja Kalinga. I suddenly forgot what I was thinking of. Where it could have been. What was it? Oh, that's it. I remember the thing I forgot. What a relief. Yeah, I think there may be a I think it's due to doll-related events. That could be it. That can't be her paranoia. A new epidemic of slow fever has broken out. A separate slow fever in addition to the one that started near here. God blast it, that's all I could say. And it could come to Magadha. And we're trying to build sick houses. One day during leisurely afternoon, one of my courtiers offers to spend time to teach a particular subject. What do I want to learn? Of course. Do teach me about diplomacy, but I fear because of my dull-mindedness isn't going to help. But, however, I'm still temperate. But do try. Egads, it is here in Magadha. Son of a... Happening again. I'll see what I can do, but not right now. We received news that the caravan transporting taxes from Simarampur was assaulted by a group of rebels there. I must remind myself that the province is not as safe as it like. It's a rebellious province. Hey, you're not doing anything. Contest the rebels, and I will increase stability in that crown focus province. No more rebellions. As far as I could see, there's no volatility. Move it back to Magadha because it's a peaceful province here. I'd like to improve it. But if you get sick because I sent you over there, then, well, that's unfortunate for you. Sick houses have been barely just been finished. But then again, you can't control where the disease is gonna go. Real loony. Throw him in the dungeon. Yeah, they're being finished. While we wait, at least we'll be making a lot of money, and I'll spend it on libraries. Every hospital's got to have a library. Kalyana Chandra is boasting about how he has deflowered plenty of innocent young maidens. He takes perverse pleasure in casually recounting his deeds for any willing to listen. Those little girls are easy to play, he explains. Some silly words and they fall to your arms. He had a pretty long career for the defense of the country and the expansion of it. But, yeah. Female opinion up, but rather have diplomacy or just say, ha, what a liar. There's no way you slept around like that. He will be known as, for 5 years, the Defiler of Maidens. And he wouldn't like that too much because of that condescending attitude. The Gupta bureaucracy is a thing that sometimes seems to have a life of its own. While it's needed to run the empire, sometimes things just get lost with the labyrinthine rules and corrupt practices, such as your taxes, for instance. What? The culprits must be found. Who stole my money? And the plot. Right now. Anybody. What if somebody embezzled me and I didn't even know? Gotcha. Sangzong, our northern neighbor, converted to the Hindu faith thanks to the Maharaja of Rajputana, Mawa, and Sindh. Brahmas finally touched him. What's your base? 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Well, I guess you're unremarkable, but... Failed to realize that you turned to a Buddhist. Due to the father, I assume. Even though I'm the one raising you. But, however, there are benefits in being a Buddhist, and that is a little more learning. You should go for duty, and hopefully you pick up this, because you need the good stuff. Stop! Damn it, I was hoping it's Punjab, but no, you would have to get it through force. You too, go get them. You're the ones who are not in seclusion. I should hug and comfort him. You'll be more than just a loyal servant. Even though I don't think it's wise to do that, because I already have the gout. The Chetty Kingdom is no more, I guess. It's now gone to this new dynasty. Yeah, new dynasty. I think I got him stuck with the whole ask for assistance, and it stresses him the heck out. Luckily, they're all horsemen, and pikemen will make short work of them. Buddhist leaflets. Be one for stewardship. You got him, even though we could have had better commanders. You can auto-stop plots now, so that way it'll be... So they were embezzling me. That's how they got the hold of my money. It must have been you, but there is no proof of it. Stop right now. If you want to embezzle me, well, I could just give you that money for free, but... Seems you take a job as Chancellor isn't good enough for you. Just don't want any backers. You stop. And you stop. I was craven, but now I'm craven again. But please get rid of paranoid. It would be the best thing. And or craven. Nope, it got rid of the virtue. Figures. Actually, you should be stationed in Delhi. So let's talk about the old tunnels under the castle. The Argos should be better maintained than at times off. You never know when to have to get out and quickly. Of course, friend. The knowledge eludes me. Which felt like an eternity and a half. Now there's a measles outbreak. My liege, Dibor catches up as I'm willing to stroll down the main hall. Looks concerned and ordered him to spit out. Whatever the news is. The tunnels, my liege, he breathes and continues to tell me that somebody's been using them. Guards stumble upon tools and torches. Recent news by the looks of it. This is a great opportunity for an ambush. Captured someone in the tunnels. The person does not seem to be completely stable. The guard's face is not showing the usual blood there, so when they present Jaya Narian, the recluse, a starved looking and oddly jumpy person. A genius! But he has Ireland. But still, let's hear what he has to say for himself. Approach the locked door warily. Inside, Jaya Narian's talking quietly to himself. Guards tell me that it claims he had a lover at court, and they were on the way back to the castle when his beloved fell ill. Devastated from the loss, he remained in the tunnels. He doesn't seem all there, my lady. I'm a nice person, so that poor thing let him join my court. I wake in the middle of the night up to a loud clamoring down the corridor. Outside of my room, shadows with pitchforks. They paint the walls and I hear screaming. Close the door behind you. How did the peasants get in? The tunnel should be secure. My table had them expected. Guards to arms. I grab my weapon and run out of darkness face the peasants, even though I am asking to get my tail kicked for this. As the peasant rebels screamed in the name of their leader, Jaranari and the recluse fiercely charging them, hacking them down one by one. They made it to the castle, but this is where we drew the line. Together with my well-trained guards, the rebels had little chance of succeeding. In the wake of the victory, I contemplate the harshness of it all. This doesn't feel like victory. Gain one marshal, but become cynical. That better get rid of that paranoid trait. A typical Gupta trait. Dim-witted. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm no longer kind. I've really got to be a nice person one of these days. Well, I've had no great love for the mere Granta. I had no idea he despised me so much he began to hear rumors about his hateful comments. Last saw him at court, he glared his shot away, which confirms my suspicions. So that's how it is it? Why aren't you a trained fighter yet? Distributed reasoning. For a time, I've been checking the expenses of my marshal while he performs his job. The results of my superficial investigation tell a very worrying story. There's a clear possibility that the gold has been missing. I'm starting to believe that the near Granta is stealing from the treasury. There's a chance to evaluate the case further. I'm using my sick judgment to reach a conclusion. By going public, my actions risk the scrutiny of everyone, but there's no guaranteed results. It may all end well for me, or not. There are positive and negative modifiers to this, so... Well, I'm not just, nor honest, nor kind anymore. But, I am charitable. I'm not envious, nor greedy, nor deceitful. In the opinion of the accused, which it kind of varies. But the option is available because I am not having any critical paranoia, just a mild one. If you get critical, and it could get worse, and it might give you a lunatic, that's what can happen. But we'll investigate further. Rest in peace, Mama. Oh no, don't let the measles come here, because a combination of two is really going to kill off the prosperity around here. Not again with this. I like we took the time to bring it to the Lokomatha despite the epidemic out here. Something is rotten in Magadha. I've had suspicions about a plot, maybe an assassination or something. Horrifying unraveling in front of my unseeing eyes. I will find out what is going on. I think I found the culprits. Kalyana Chandra is accused of plotting against Samrajni. You defiler of maidens, you. I caught the cook at Kalyana Chandra's plotting against me. When I confronted them, they denied at first, but broke down eventually, confessed they were planning to humiliate me. How they plan to do that, they refused to say. I forgive them, even though it was hard. I could have easily arrested you when I chance. I don't have the stewardship nor the diplomacy anymore. So tough times ahead for us all now. Especially to me. Especially to you, son. Stay strong. And if you believe in the Buddha, I'm not going to judge you for that. Just whatever's at your best interest. Infallible hunch. After long investigation into the possibility of the new Granta, Callistos of Jharkhand, stealing gold from treasury, even I could not catch him. I'm sure something is going on. The way He acts and looks at me as proof of everything. Rage consumes me. I suffer a decrease in my judgment capability, causing permanent damage to my mind and impairing one of my character strengths. Oh, there goes my marshal. Dishonorable scum, and gets unfounded suspicions. General opinion goes down. Yeah, clearly this is my descent. I do know for a fact that measles ain't gonna come over there. This is from the first slow fever, but this is part of the second. For the stability of the country. As soon as this disease blows over, we will end this episode. Until that treaty expires. Hey, are you still around? Okay, good. Because one day we'll have to go down to Karnataka. That'll happen in the next episode. A famous bard has settled down in Mithil. Though his music and singing is sublime, he refuses to perform for the wealthy and powerful, even when offered exorbitant amounts of riches. Instead, he prefers to entertain the poor and the masses, inspire and lift them. Oh, don't do that. If he wishes to associate with commerce, so be it. So he settles down. Yet to receive another mission. Okay, actually I know another thing what to do for the next episode. Get a guru. Because if you bring the guru to court now, he's going to catch that disease here. You'll be fine. Who are you again? Bastard child. Just when we had the stability. Oh, now it's rebellious. Oh no, it's coming. You know, there's a bit of disease resistance, even though it's just already here. Huh. Oh, fuck. Hang on. These steps are here. Has it been time yet? Let me see. Let me see. Test rebels. Come here. Test them. Need a new domain overseer. Someone's particularly good at most of their jobs. You'll do. Oh, blast. Now the measles has come over there. But if it does come here, well, we're boned. We still have our physician who still, you know, lives next door. Invasive disease has not come down here yet. But if the combination of slow fever and measles does come to Magadha, then we might as well go to move the capital to Varanasi or something. Plots revealed. Yes, I know, he's trying to embezzle me. Which he won't stop. But I fear once that disease goes away, it started in Kathmandu. It made its way down here, which is absurd. But when we reach 1500 gold, spend it on libraries. Worry about disease resistance later. It's the capital that is important. Now she has a wisp, but now she is delicate. Not weak, but delicate. So, it doesn't help. And it seems he hasn't got anything bad or positive. So, it hasn't been revealed yet. Oh, hell. Just when I was beloved by all, but now I'm no longer loved by all. There's absolute crown authority, cowardice, which some people do approve of my cowardice, unfounded suspicions because of my paranoia. But, there's gonna be some loyal vassals or rebels. In that case, come over here. We may have a civil war in our hands. If it does break out, we're going to end the episode on that note, and we'll deal with it in the next one. Or we'll refuse it because absolutism is the way. And if they don't like it, we'll have them dealt with. At least our domain military size has been improved as of late. Yes, I'm a known murderer, which is confound, but it was a thing I had to do because of my ambition to get to Punjab. Let's use this. So, Gauda, the Raj of Gau, is a rebel. Telangana, rebel. Delhi will be a rebel. Kamrup, Nepal, rebel. But is that enough to start a civil war is the real question. Whereas for other countries, well, they decide to stay out of this, but okay. You want to be on the council. I mean, justified. Oh, I don't know about him. Because we rejected faction demands and actually, the paranoia could protect me. Just give it to him, see what happens. If they try to increase council power, then we'll do something about them. Yeah, but the problem is you're all not well skilled. If you're gonna rebel, so be it. It's all because of the seclusion. They want to take advantage of me because of the diseases. They think I'm weak because we hide behind these castle walls because of what's going on here. And I can't stop them. Even if I give them money. Which, might as well do that in attempt. Give your money to these faction leaders. Get them to shut the heck up. And those that threaten independence will not be provided with that. And yet, this is the thanks I get from all of you. It was you vassals that voted to make us go back to absolute rule. And now you turn against me. You want to take advantage of my cowardice and the fact that these diseases here is affecting everybody. And the rest of the Empire feels like this is an opportunity to bring it down from within. You disgust me, all of you. Sultanate of Punjab, quick! Go get it. Hey, you want this title? Good. Which also means in a future war, no, you cannot declare your kingdom CV unless you have an empire title, I assume. Aha. But again, until this disease goes away, then we'll end the episode on that note. Now it's a cadet branch. I don't think it's going to break out anytime soon, but I think, okay, you know what, let's end the episode, at the beginning of the next year. This is probably one of the worst times that's ever happened to me. Only because of the lowered diplomacy skill, because I've gone into seclusion. And the fact of the paranoia. And probably doesn't help with, you know, the heritage that I want to. Burn the apostate, just simply for the sake of it. How long is that disease from Kathmandu been around? 3 years. It's just the flu. Just treat her as you wish. I'm surprised our prosperity in Magadha has not gone away, but the measles is starting to go away now, so we will end the episode on that note. If it's gone longer than it should be. Should have. Well, one thing's for certain. The empire will expand, but the real question is, can the empire hold itself together? Otherwise, civil war will erupt, which will come from Kosala, Orissa, Gondwana, and Jharkhand. We could deal with all of them. And of course, this is also a sign of our apparent weakness. And that's due to lack of diplomacy. This is why diplomacy is very important. And also, don't be paranoid. Even though I kind of brought myself on this due to this whole observatory thing, which I'm still studying the stars, but not now because I'm in seclusion still. And it feels like we've been at it for a long time. So, in the next episode, we will get out of seclusion, get back to our duties, which I must perform as Samrajni, and see to that my son will grow up to be a good person himself. Although the base of diplomacy is not good, but him being a Buddhist may help him along the way, as he's a Mahayana Buddhist, which is similar to, I mean, a vassal opinion, just like of ours, but a little more learning and such. Even though the vast majority of our vassals are Hindus, so that won't please them. So we'll see too what will happen in the next episode, but until then, so long for now.